The league is really getting dunked on by Mauricio Dubon, of all people. Did we go through a wormhole? Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 15 of the regular season, where the Astros win 8-2 over the Texas Rangers, tying the two-game series in a pretty impressive show of offense. And I'm very excited that the offense got back on track and had a pretty nice night, but I would like to start instead with the pitching and start with Hunter Brown, because his night requires a bit of a look. Because at face value, the sabermetric numbers do not respond too kindly with it, whereas the surface level numbers are going to praise it. 2 runs, neither of them were earned, only 1 walk and 5 strikeouts looks great. It looks great. 11 swings and misses isn't bad for 7 innings of work, but it isn't incredible or anything. The 10 hard hit balls is concerning, but I want to be very clear. There's a difference, and you can just kind of tell. It's a gut feeling, it's an instinct when you watch a pitcher, and a lot of people, that might be kind of shocking that I'm about to say this, because I am a big sabermetric guy. I love talking about the expected numbers, and, spin rate, WOBA, xFIP. I'm one of those weirdos, right? There is a difference between nights where you have the stat line, and you can tell the pitcher just got lucky, and nights like this, where you could tell the pitcher struggled every once in a while, but just kind of grit and grinded his way through the game. This was a grit and grind his way through the game. I thought Hunter Brown had a very nice evening tonight. I was blown away by the fact that he had given up 10 hard hit balls. It didn't feel like that at all. I thought he pitched really, really well tonight. I think the Astros have found their yearly Rookie of the Year candidate, which was one of my Big 5 predictions going into the season. Sweet. He had a very nice night. Yes, there was some hard contact, but he only gave up the 1 walk, and an expected batting average for the Rangers of .249 for the whole night. Granted, that also includes Abreu's ending of work and Rafael Montero's, but even still, that for a night is pretty solid. I thought he had a fine game. This wasn't that he got bailed out and the Texas Rangers expected to bat like .350. He gave up hard contact, but usually it was just harmless flyouts or in the dirt. And now we talk about the bullpen, which was a bit of a nightmare. Brian Abreu wasn't too bad, gave up a pair of hard-hit balls in his inning of work and a base hit, but hey, he picked up a strikeout, that's solid. Rafael Montero in the 9th, had the Astros not had a 6-run lead, probably would have given some fans some heart attacks. Gave up a hit, gave up a pair of walks in the 9th inning. He picked up a pair of strikeouts, that's cool. He really labored through that 9th inning, would have to throw 23 pitches. It was a slightly concerning 9th inning, again. You never got too nervous because by the time the bases were loaded, there were 2 out, so it was never really this threat that the Rangers would come back. But at the same time, the way the season's kind of been going for the Astros, I could have seen it. And then we talk about the offense for the Astros, and I think this was more or less the perfect epitome of what makes the Astros offense great, which is every single player, top to bottom, can contribute, and they just wait for the pitcher to finally make some mistakes. And as a collective, they absolutely pounce on them. This absolute outburst, it started in the 3rd inning. There were some runs earlier in this game, but the big story is the 7th inning. The 5-run 7th that sent the Astros to victory. You had Jake Meyers with a single, Mauricio Dubon with a single. Bregman draws a walk. Yordan Alvarez with the bases loaded draws a walk and sends another run home to make it 4-2. After that, you would have a fielder's choice for Jose Abreu, but a run comes home with it, and he's safe. Kyle Tucker draws a walk, and then Jeremy Pena with a double to send home another pair of runs to make the score 8-2 Astros, which would be the final score of this game. Mauricio Dubon had another pair of hits tonight. His batting average is .356, and I don't know what to tell you. McCormick was a possibility, but they decided to just keep him on the bench anyway, which is perfectly fine. You do not want to run a risk with him, and if his eyesight isn't perfect, one misread ball, and all of a sudden, baseball to the face, and who knows what happens after that. When McCormick is back. Until the players give you reason to do otherwise. And that's the biggest thing. They have to show you why they deserve to be there. I love those players, and I think they'll be back. My top of the order would be Dubon, McCormick, Alvarez, and Tucker. Again, I fully believe that guys like Bregman and Abreu are going to be fine long run this season. But right now, man, that should be the top of your lineup. I already mentioned Dubon's multi-hit night. Kyle Tucker reached base 3 times, 1 for 2 with a pair of walks drawn. Jeremy Pena had a big night, pair of RBIs on that double pair of hard hit balls. He looked solid. I wouldn't mind maybe sneaking him another spot up in the lineup. Maybe you drop Abreu down, you put Pena up. I know that sounds a little bit bold, but maybe that's the direction you want to go. And Yordan Alvarez on a hit and a walk, managing to somehow drive home 3 is just Yordan Alvarez activities. So the Astros play again tomorrow, looking for their second series win of the season and get themselves back to 500. The Astros send Framber Valdez to the mound, who has a 1.89 ERA. The Rangers send Andrew Heaney to the mound, who has an 8.22, which means this is going to be a pitcher's duel, and both of them are going to go like 7 innings with under 2 runs allowed. I really hope I jinx it, and I really hope the Astros eat them alive. I'll be here afterwards to talk about that. That game is at 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central. But as for right now, that's all I have for the evening. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Stros.